Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, What's New at Playa Hotels and Resorts? This webinar will be presented by Amanda Morris, Director of Sales for Canada with Playa Hotels and Resorts. I'm your host, Dan McDonald, Sales and Marketing Development Associate with Baxter Media, and today is Thursday, March 31st. Just before we get into things, I'd like to let our viewers know that at the end of this webinar, you'll have the chance to ask questions. To do so, feel free to type those into the Q&A section of the public chat box or the chat box itself, which are both towards the right-hand side of your screen, and those questions will be answered in due time. Be sure to attend the full duration of today's webinar, and remember, this is a live session, so your patience is appreciated during any technical difficulties that might arise. I will now hand things over to Amanda Morris. Welcome, Amanda. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Dan. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's always fun to talk about my properties. We've got some really great things to talk about today, so I appreciate your time. If you're not familiar with Playa, just want to remind everybody where you can find us. I'm sure some of you have seen this slide, and some of you could probably present on some of these properties yourselves. But we've got a lot of new people in the industry. We've got a lot of new people back after maybe some time off. So it's a great time for a refresher. So you will find our Playa properties throughout Mexico on the West Coast in Los Cabos and Puerto Vallarta. And then, of course, in the Cancun and Playa del Carmen area. You will also find some properties in the Dominican Republic, our newest destination. And then my favorite spot, I don't know if I'm really allowed to have a favorite, but my favorite destination is, of course, Jamaica, where you will find 5 Playa properties. So today we are just going to focus on what's new, as Dan said, what's new at Playa. And the Wyndham Ultra is still very new. This is our newest partnership. If you guys recall, we started our partnership with Wyndham last year, the end of the year, and they are now our 3rd international hotel brand. So we started with Hyatt hotels, then we introduced Hilton back in 2019, and now we have Wyndham in our portfolio. So we are so excited. And we, of course, have 2 Wyndham properties. We have our Wyndham Ultra Playa del Carmen and our Wyndham Ultra Cancun. And really the purpose of this brand is all-inclusive travel for all. So although we have 2 properties right now, this is a brand and a portfolio that is going to expand. Remember, Playa is still quite young in the grand scheme of things. So we have new properties coming. So stay tuned for news. Of course, we're public, so I find out the same time you do, but I know we're going to be adding new Wyndhams to the portfolio. So we're just going to take a bit of a deeper dive into these 2 properties, give you some visual updates. With the first one, Wyndham Ultra Playa del Carmen, I just want to remind everybody that this property is now adults only. So if you remember it from its previous life, it was an all ages resort in Playa del Carmen. It is now adults only, which means you do have to be 18 years of age or older. And to be honest with you, I was very, very happy to hear of this news. We did have families that enjoyed this property previously, but we all know, I'm sure you guys know, it's usually the adults that are looking for that central location right in Playa del Carmen, close to all the action, shopping, nightlife, but still on a beautiful beach. So I love this property because it's a smaller property. It's only 287 suites. So everything is super easy to get to. It's accessible. It's only 3 stories and in such a perfect location. Again, we are oceanfront, so you do really have the best of both worlds, having beach and city access. Just keep in mind that this property is, I would not say a beach resort, although we do have a beach, and the beaches in Playa del Carmen are public, so you can certainly walk a little bit to your right there on this photo past our Hilton Playa del Carmen and have a gorgeous stretch of beach. You can see here right on property, it is a little bit of a smaller beach, but you've got your gorgeous views, and again, that 5th Avenue right there. So lots of shopping, lots of nightlife, and just so much to see and do right in the area. Now we do have 2 pools at this property. So this right here, what you're seeing is our main pool, which you can see, of course, lies right across the ocean. So you've, again, got beautiful views right from the pool. This is our active pool. So this is where you're going to have more entertainment. You can see our bar right there under the thatched roof. It's a little bit of a busier pool for, a little bit more fun in the sun. There's a great walkway over to our bar. We've got a lot of fun activities going on in the evening. This is a really cool place to hang out and have some cocktails before dinner as well. And then we have a quieter pool also at this property. So this is actually located on the second floor. It's out by where the entrance of all of our standard rooms overlooking the street. So what I love about this pool is it is quiet. So if you want to go up, read your book, lay in the sun, have a rest, just chill out, this is definitely a great spot. And it's a little bit hidden. So not everybody even knows it's there if they're not told or they don't do a, a walk around the property. But you will see we have a swim up bar there as well. So certainly you can enjoy your cocktails while you're enjoying. And then we have a rooftop hot tub, which is definitely hidden on property, but you can see gorgeous ocean views from up here. And there's actually a small terrace area as well. So if you want, you can have some private events up on this terrace by the hot tub also. Now we do have a few different room categories available. This would be one of our junior suites. So this is not our entry level room. An entry level room is a standard room, which is quite small. It has the same style and decor, but it is a smaller room. And it doesn't have its own private balcony or terrace. So we do typically suggest that you quote your clients into a junior suite because you can see it is a very spacious room. This would be our second room category right here, which overlooks the Hilton Playa del Carmen next door and perhaps some of the gardens. And of course, you can go into even larger suites if your clients are interested in one of our one-bedroom master suites where you have a separate living room, separate bedroom. I love the floor-to-ceiling windows here. You've got a full bathroom off of the bedroom as well as a powder room, or half bath off of the living room, and of course, that beautiful terrace out overlooking the ocean. Now, we do have room service included here 24 hours in all suite categories. Again, this is an adults only property. So that is something that has changed since we changed over to the Wyndham for this particular property, offering 24 hours. Now, dining, if you know Playa Resorts, we have a very big focus on food and beverage. It's one of our pillars with high quality dining experiences. And you will definitely experience that here on property. This is our Mexican restaurant, Zarapa, which of course is one of my very favorites. I mean, when you're in Mexico, you want the authentic Mexican cuisine, absolutely. And here you can be dining and you'll maybe experience some mariachi bands. Sometimes they'll do tequila tasting. So it's a really an experience more so than just dining. And of course, with our properties, we don't require any reservations at any of the a la carte dining. It is, you're on vacation. We want flexible dining. Dine when you want, where you want, and certainly as often as you want. So if you want authentic Mexican every day, you're welcome to come back every day. This is also one of our restaurants, of course. Here, this would be more of like a grill steakhouse. It was our Brazilian restaurant pre-COVID, so you can see those meat skewers back there. And of course, we weren't able to offer that during the last couple of years. So it's been more of like a steakhouse, definitely some incredible food. And then perhaps in the future, we'll be able to move back. So for now, this is more of a grill dining experience. And then our buffet, this buffet, this is Ventana's. This buffet restaurant, I personally love all of our buffets, and we've been able to keep our buffets open the entire time. So our buffets have become a staff served buffets versus self-serve. So we have large plexiglass barriers that go between the food and our guests. And you have a staff member that will walk with you throughout all of the food stations, placing any items that you'd like on your plate and then providing that plate over to you. So our buffets are definitely not a typical buffet. Lots of fresh food being served right there, food stations with everything being prepared right there in front of you. So our buffets are typically just as busy, if not busier, than our a la carte restaurants. Now, another one of our pillars, and something I think you guys will definitely be hearing more about, is our focus on health and wellness. So here at the Wyndham Ultra Playa del Carmen, we do, of course, have a fitness center. We have not only all of the great state-of-the-art equipment, we have trainers that are available to assist you. And then, of course, we also have things outdoors. So aqua aerobics, yoga, Pilates, things of that nature available for participation. And we are seeing it more and more often. I'm sure you guys are as well. People are definitely putting more of a focus on their own well-being and doing that even on vacation. Now, for anybody listening that does destination weddings, and hopefully that's a lot of you, some maybe even just one or two a year, but it's definitely a market that continues to grow. We do have options available here at the Wyndham Ultra Playa del Carmen for destination weddings as well. Now, it is a smaller property. Our venue space is, of course, smaller as well compared to some of our other resorts. But if you do have a small, intimate wedding, I think the max that this property can accommodate is 60. And we've got a beautiful gazebo. We have a beach location. And then, of course, we have some indoor locations as well. Now we're going to move over to Cancun and take a peek at the Wyndham Ultra Cancun. Now, I have to say, I just read an incredible email yesterday from an agent whose guests just returned. They were originally booked in Playa del Carmen and got moved over to this property when the Playa del Carmen property became adults only. And they were a little unsure because it wasn't their first choice. And they were raving about this resort, how incredible it was, the staff, the service, the food. So I just wanted to share that with you because I really think the Wyndham Ultra Cancun should be on everybody's radar for your families. This was my personal last family vacation in February of 2020. And I know a lot of you listening have heard this before, but my kids are spoiled. I mean, I've worked for Playa since my daughter was a year old, and pretty much every vacation has been at a Hyatt or Jewel Grand, 5-star luxury. And we went here last, and everybody in the family agreed that it was our best family trip. And remember, when we partnered with Wyndham, these two properties are owned and managed by Playa. So it is all of our same staff, our incredible people, all of our pillars in place. It really was just a name change and a few cosmetic changes, aside from the Playa del Carmen property becoming adults only. So all of those things everybody loved still remain here. And in fact, these two properties, I would say, have the most staff that have been with us for years. We have a bellman here, I think, who's been with this property for 32 years, which is incredible and really speaks to the entire organization. So here we've got a bit of a larger property right in the heart of Cancun. We are on the largest and widest stretch of beach in the Cancun hotel zone. And it's a really, really great property. Now we have two pools as well. Now we've got our main pool area here, which is right out towards the beach. Lots of fun activities. This is where the music is, the games, entertainment. And then we have a second pool, which is towards the back of the property. I'd like to say it's a quiet pool, but it's actually a family property. So that tends to be where the families are with the little ones, because it's right near the kids club. It's a really great spot for the kids and the families to hang out. So lots happening here. Beautiful accommodations. Now we do have, of course, a swim up suites available here at this property. So I want to bring to your attention that our swim up suites, if you're not familiar, are reserved for guests 13 and above. Okay, so if your kids are under 13, unfortunately, you won't even be able to quote this. It is reserved for guests 13 and above. Now, we do, of course, have lots of great accommodations for our families, including our family suites. So you can see here we have a king-size bed as well as a bunk bed. And those bunk beds are actually single beds. So you can even comfortably fit teenagers here with the bunk beds, as well as a third trundle bed underneath. So lots of options accommodating your families of 5 here at the Wyndham Ultra Cancun. Now, again, if you have guests that have a little bit more of a flexible budget and are looking for a little bit more space, we definitely have some larger suites, some master suites, 1-bedroom suites, and a lot of really great accommodation options. Now, with our properties as well, before I jump into the food, just want to remind everybody as well that we offer free Wi-Fi to all of our guests all over property. So it's not just in the lobby area or business center. We want our guests to be posting and bragging and telling all their friends about what an amazing vacation they're having. Or, we do have some guests that have to maybe pop online and do a little bit of work. Us in the travel industry all know about that. It's tricky sometimes to fully disconnect. We do have that Wi-Fi available. Room service is included at the Wyndham Ultra Cancun in all suite categories from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. Okay. Rooms are fully stocked with juice, water, pop, and beer. And of course, we're going to jump into food because that's what I love to talk about most. My family loved the food here. So here, this is Viaggio, which is our Italian restaurant. And we were lucky enough when we came here. We actually dined here a few times. I'm a sucker for carbs, everybody. My favorite is Italian. So my family, they love it too. But we had a wonderful meal in this main dining area. And then we actually have a private little area around the corner that we got spoiled and were able to enjoy for one of our meals as well. And your guests can do that as well if they're celebrating something special. This is Casa De Rosa, which is our Mexican restaurant. I love this. Is definitely a fun experience as well, because you do have your dining, but then if you ordering, say you're ordering some chips and guac, they'll come and make the fresh guacamole right for you. I ordered one of the specialty coffees where they started on fire. I don't know what it's called, but they brought the whole tray over and made that specialty coffee for me right there. The kids thought it was amazing and so much fun. And I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but I have to tell you, corn ice cream. I've never had it before, and I had it here. Actually, I had it at the Playa del Carmen property, and it was so delicious that when we came here, I asked if they had it, and they said they didn't think they did. And lo and behold, they surprised me when I was done my dinner and brought out some corn ice cream, which is so funny. I never would have thought those two together. So if you ever have an opportunity to try corn ice cream, you have to make sure you do it. Also, of course, we have a lot of interactive things happening on property. So cooking lessons, you want to make a paella or your guacamole, different things are happening all the time. Again, a lot of fun for the kids, especially the older ones that want to get their hands dirty and try some new fun things. Now, we do have Camp Ultra. And again, for those of you who have heard me talk about my family vacation here, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but this is the only trip I ever went on when we were on our way back to the airport where my daughter cried. She did not want to leave. She loved it so much. And they were at Camp Ultra every single day. We had a rule. You have to hang out with mom and dad until lunchtime. And then after lunch, you're allowed to go to the camp. So they had Camp Ultra. They have a teens club as well called Hashtag. So much fun. The staff are absolutely amazing. And then, of course, outside, we do have a small water park. We've got this pirate ship with the smaller water slides for the younger ones. And then we have the castle that has two bigger water slides. My kids loved it. You can, as part of the kids club, they will bring them out to use some of these facilities, but it is open. So guests of all ages, especially if you have the little ones, our kids clubs start at age 4 to 12. And then our teens club is 13 to 17. So if they're under age 4 and you still want to bring them to play, you definitely can. And then right around the corner from the castle, we actually have another small area for the even littler ones. So the toddlers, they can play in this little area. We have an outdoor playground with some swings. You can see a little mini putt out back there as well. So lots of things for the families to do. Again, with our fitness as one of our focuses, we do have our fitness center and, of course, yoga. I actually use the fitness center every day while I was there, as well as yoga, and the instructors are really, really great. So again, we're finding that to be a really big focus. Beautiful, beautiful beach. I am the only one in my family who is a real beach person. My husband, my kids, they would much prefer to hang out at the pool most vacations. We actually hung out at the beach every single day here. So I think that's a true sign of a gorgeous beach. And of course, for destination weddings, again, just want to throw a couple slides in for each property for destination weddings. It's a really great one. Remember that we position our Wyndham Ultra properties in that 4-star. So very strategic. That has been the plan from the get-go, having an affordable property, but with all of the consistencies that you'll find throughout our entire portfolio: service, food and beverage, health and wellness, all of those focuses. Now, this property does have one of the most popular wedding locations in all of the Cancun Mayan area, and that is our Catholic Chapel, Our Lady of Guadalupe. So not only do we, of course, host Catholic ceremonies, but we actually have Mass every Sunday here as well. And certainly during any special holidays, guests that are on property are able to come and enjoy. So now we're going to move to our newest property. Hopefully you have all had a chance to check out and quote and maybe book, hopefully, the new Hyatt Ziva Riviera. Before I even move on, guys, make sure you are quoting this property. This is at such an affordable price point right now. It is an intro for our Hyatt Zivas. If you guys are quoting, booking our Hyatt properties, you know that, they will get more expensive as popularity grows and as people, come back, and we have repeat clients at all of our Hyatt properties. So Hyatt Ziva Riviera is a really great option. It's located right between Cancun and Playa del Carmen in that Puerto Morales area. So a quick, easy 20-minute transfer from the airport. And it's a really, really great option. It is a bit of a rockier beach area. So I always like true transparency. People always ask, especially if you're familiar with that area. We do definitely have a swimmable. There are for sure sections that are really easy to swim and great. So I don't really think you need water shoes or anything like that. But it is a little bit rockier in that area of the destination. Now, with that being said, we have 9 pools. This is 100% a pool property. With lots of great facilities. I'm not going to read everything on that list because I'm going to talk about it as we go through the slides. But here's a nice aerial shot of the resort. I was actually doing a training earlier this morning with an agency, and they said, wow, like it doesn't look like a huge property. Like it's such a nice size and everything is so centrally located. Restaurants are all located throughout the center of the resort. So no matter where you are, it's only a couple minutes walk to get to where you need to get to. And I want to point out here, we are going to look at it, but if you look to the building or the pool on the right of your screen, and you can see there's a little bit of green grass between the pool and the rooms. This on the ground floor would be our pool walkout rooms. So I just want to point that out because if you guys are familiar with our product, and we talked about it again a minute ago at Wyndham Ultra Cancun, our swim up suites are only for guests 13 and older. However, because there is a section of land and you aren't walking right from your terrace downstairs into a pool, these pool walkouts can be booked for families. So I think that's a great option if you've got little ones that are still napping, or sometimes you just want your kids to get out of the sun and chill out for a little bit in some air conditioning. You can put the kids in the room down for a nap, and mom and dad or whoever can still hang out by the pool really close by. So just wanted to point that out, and I'll show you the room as well. So here's a beach shot, beautiful beach area. It's a nice stretch as well. So lots of space to enjoy, lounge, lots of shade, as well as sunny areas, depending what your preference is. And this is our main lobby. I love it. This looks like such a fun spot to congregate, whether you're traveling as a group or just, some friends, family. I love the high ceilings, and it's all open air. We love open air concepts at Playa. We love seeing the ocean, feeling the breeze, everything going on right there. Now, as I mentioned, we do have 9 pools, but this is our main pool area. So this is where our swim up bar is. This is where your entertainment is. We have DJs that come out sometimes, different things happening, definitely the active pool area. And then we have, again, 8 other pools throughout the property. Now, I love it, again, for families, groups of friends. If you've got a group of friends going together and you want to just pick one pool that you want to hang out at, not necessarily the main pool, you can meet at the same pool every day. Maybe you've got some little ones and you want a quieter area. You've got 9 pools to choose from. So lots of options. And the rooms are huge. So although this is you can see an ocean view, this is what a typical room would look like. So this is the worst case scenario your clients could ever have. So here our rooms are over 600 square feet. Of course, with our properties, you have your guaranteed bedding configuration. So if you have a king bed, you are also going to have a pull-out sofa, or you're going to have 2 queen size beds. Okay. You will also have options for larger suite categories. So that's available as well if your clients are looking to splurge. Also, if your clients are looking for guaranteed connecting suites, we don't offer guaranteed connecting suites at all properties. You can pre-arrange them here at the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun, at the Ziva Cancun, the Ziva Rose Hall, and the Ziva Cap Cana. Okay, those are the only 4 properties that we can guarantee connecting suites. So just wanted to touch on that. It's really, really, really easy. Just let us know what property, the dates they're looking at, and we can let you know what room options are available, what combinations there are, and you quote it. If the clients are happy with the price, we would just send a quick email down to the team to make sure we have availability to guarantee the connecting. It's $60 US per night, not per room, okay, per night. And then if you go ahead and book it, if we have it available, you just send us the full booking details and we will do the room assignment for you. So it's really, really, really easy. If your clients don't want to pay the money to have it guaranteed, we can definitely still request connecting. And if it's available, they will make those arrangements for you. So now we're just going to take a look at some food and beverage options. Of course, we've got our outdoor lobby bar. So this is literally right outside that main big open air lobby that we saw. You take a few steps outside, and to the right of this bar is actually our outdoor theater that we're going to see in just a minute. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You don't have to be sitting at the theater to enjoy the entertainment. You can see it from here, you can hear it, and it also gives just a lot of extra space for guests to all enjoy what's going on. Now here we have our Casa del Cafe, which of course a part of our food and beverage, one of our biggest focuses, and thankfully one of my favorite things is our gourmet coffee shops. So you have one here, your coffees, your cookies, your cakes, your pastries, your ice cream. If you're ever on a fam with me, I'm always a sucker, before we go, we always grab a coffee. I typically grab ice cream or a Frappuccino, and you can get those here as well. Now, looking at some of our restaurants, again, we have so many dining options available. 24-hour room service included at all Hyatt, Zivas, and Zilaras in all suite categories. No reservations required, no limitations. We really want our guests to be able to come and relax and enjoy. And I don't know about you guys, and I've said this before, but when I arrive to a property on Saturday, I don't know what I'm going to want to eat for dinner on Wednesday. So it's nice to be able to just enjoy your day. Maybe you have a lazy day in the sun and you just want to order room service. You don't have to be tied down to any type of reservation. And then this is Kai, which is our, this is Maya, what am I saying? Oh my goodness. It's our Asian restaurant. Macayo, there we go. Bit of a tongue twister. This is our Asian restaurant. So again, this property opened just in September. So this is not even a year old. This property has done, when we did take it over, it was another adults only property. So we had to transform it into an all ages resort and did a full renovations, all rooms, all restaurants, all common areas, everything. This is Habaneros, which is a gorgeous oceanside restaurant focusing on seafood, your fish tacos, your ceviche. I love sitting out by the water, having a nice cold cocktail, perhaps. Really, really great, cool spot. Now, this is the red. This is very, very cool. We don't have this at any other property, and personally, I love it. So oftentimes, if you're dining, at a restaurant and you have a glass of wine, of course, we have a manager's wine list. If you wanted to, we've got our house wine, but then if you wanted to purchase a more expensive bottle or something, you have that option. But here at the Ziva Riviera, we have the red, which is actually a shop. You can go in and purchase full bottles of other wines or champagne or prosecco or whatever it is. A lot of people have very particular tastes when it comes to their food and beverage, and of course we offer top shelf liquor, so they're not going to feel the need to do this. But a lot of guests either stop at their duty free, they've got their particular brands that they want, so we do have this option available if they want to go in and purchase a really nice fancy bottle of wine and bring it back. Maybe they're celebrating something special, they can do that here as well. Now, here is that outdoor theater area I was telling you about. So you can see that bar right behind it, lots of patio furniture out there. So you can either sit right by the show or you can relax in other areas of the property and still be able to enjoy the show. And remember, of course, we always outsource our entertainment. So these are true professional entertainers that are coming in doing different shows for our guests each and every night. And for the families, of course, we did not have enough room for a full water park, but when we transformed this into a all ages property, we wanted to make sure we had a lot of fun stuff for the kids. So we do have 4 full-size water slides. I personally have been down each and every one of them. So if you need any specific, ideas on what the best one is, whatever. We do have inner tubes as well, so you can use those. And then you can see we have a splash pad area. And I love the splash pad area there is fully fenced all the way around. And so the little ones can't get in and out without an adult supervising. So also really great kids club here. Again, our kids club is for kids age 4 to 12. Now, of course, again, just wanting to point out our fitness center. On my fam in the fall, we actually had an agent who's always in the fitness centers, and he was ranting and raving about some of the equipment that we had, some of the stuff I've never seen before, and he was really impressed that we had them here. So for those that are, again, just keeping their schedule on track and vacation as well, they can do that here. And of course, a beautiful spa as well. And some really great wedding venues. Now, just a reminder, I'm only putting in a couple wedding shots of each property, but if you are part of Agent Cash, which we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you in just a minute, our media library, where you're going to be able to find a lot more photos on each and every one of these properties and weddings. Now, exciting news you may or may not have already heard. We do have a Hyatt Zilara Riviera coming soon, coming this year. So a new adults-only Zilara coming to the Riviera Maya. So stay tuned for more information on that. Again, we always have get so excited when we have new things to share with you. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a teaser on that one. So that's really the focus on what's new in terms of properties for Playa. So now we just want to walk through a couple things. Again, bear with me and stick through to the end, guys. If you've walked through this, it is nice to have a refresher, making sure everybody is reminding everybody really about Agent Cash. I know pre-COVID, everybody was so diligent getting their bookings registered. I know things are crazy. Maybe you forgot all about the program. Maybe you're so busy right now that you have made bookings and just forgot to register them. Timing is actually perfect today because it is the last day of our double points promo. So if you had made any bookings to any Playa property since the 7th of March, bookings for 7th of March to the 31st of March, travel up until the 15th of December, you get double the points. So pop in today, get those registered, agentcashplus.com. It doesn't matter how you book them, okay? So if you're booking them with us directly, that's great, thank you. If you're booking them with our friends over at the tour operators, any one of them, those also qualify. If you're booking through our friends at Hyatt directly or Privé, definitely those all qualify. It doesn't matter how. So remember, when you register your bookings, you're going to earn your points that you can redeem for either cash on a reloadable Visa card or for free nights. Of course, we want you to use the free nights. Guys, every opportunity we've had, we've been telling everybody your points expire 18 months after they're deposited into your account. This has not changed over the last 2 years, and we've been reminding everybody. So please keep track of your points, okay? Unfortunately, if they expire, we cannot extend them. Okay, so get those used. Obviously, this is also how we track business. So this is the only way we can see if you're making bookings. So we've had lots of emails about fam trips. We need to see that you've got some Playa bookings under your belt, okay? So get in there, get them registered. Your clients are going to get a complimentary amenity in their room from you automatically. So I know I get a lot of emails saying, Amanda, can we put something in their room? And I will respond, did you register the booking on Agent Cash? Because if you did, then you've already arranged that for them. So take that minute to do that. And again, double points right now, and double points always for 1-bedroom suites or higher. So if you have a 1-bedroom suite that you've booked this month, you're actually getting quadruple the points, which is crazy. Also on the platform, before I move on, reminding everybody, if you have groups, definitely you can register any leisure group up to 50 rooms. That's a lot of rooms. So lots of groups traveling together right now, especially destination weddings. Get in there. It's the fastest way to accumulate points. Who wants to pay for vacation, guys? Get some bookings in there and vacation on us. So also in the platform, just a friendly reminder, agentcashplus.com. When you log in, you pop on that little button, Agent Cash Plus, and that is where you register your bookings. It's super easy. Sales tools. This should be your best friend. I am in here every single day. Our media library. You click on that. You just do a quick enrollment and you will get a login. You'll create a login and password to give you full access to all of our photos. photos, videos. You can use them for anything you want. Share them on social media. There's literally hundreds in there for you guys. Marketing Center. In-person stuff is starting up again, guys. Marketing Center is where you can get customized flyers with your call to action. It's where you can get any print material. We did have a hold on print material because, of course, there was no in-person events happening, but they're starting to be produced again. So if you have an event coming up, this is where you will find it. Property fact sheets. I literally look at these every single day, and I'm sending this link to agents every single day. Most of the questions you guys have, the answers can be found in our property fact sheet. So feel free. I mean, we want you to email us if you need our help, but sometimes, you know, you might be able to find the answer within a couple minutes just popping on here and looking at a property fact sheet. Webinars. These are consumer-friendly webinars that we put together for you guys to use as sales tools. So in here, you're going to find 5 to 7 minute videos on each and every property. Freddie and I created these, and you can share them. They're YouTube links, and you can send them out to your clients, and the call to action is back to you. Our travel agent reference guide, which is really just one document that has everything you need in it, all the fact sheets, room photos, property maps, it's all in there for you. Our learning center, if you want to become Playa certified, you can go in there and do a bit of a deeper dive into our brands, our weddings, groups, and you'll get that nice certification stamp. You can put in your email signatures, and there is a print certificate as well. Offers. Maybe the email I get more than anything else is agent rates. This is where you find them, and this is where you book your agent rates. It's so easy. So under offers, you'll see consumer offers. So any promos we have going on will be there, and then agent offers. So when you click on your destination, pick your property, it honestly is just like a replica of our booking engine. You put in your dates, you put in, you know, if there's kids traveling with you, and all the room categories are going to come available with the agent discount already included. So you should be able to get these up to 6 months out. So that's where you find your agent rates. And groups and weddings, that's where you're going to find everything groups and weddings. So if you want a request for a proposal, you've got a group, whether it is a meeting, whether it's leisure, whether it's a wedding, for the rooms, this is where you can reach out to our direct groups department and get a quote. And then, of course, destination weddings is where you're going to find everything you need for weddings. So your wedding packages, our availability calendar. Remember, this is actually, let me pop back, the wedding under destination weddings. This is where we want you to book the wedding dates, you guys. It's so much easier and so much faster than emailing our wedding team. You just log in, click on destination weddings. You're going to see the calendar for each of our brands, pick the property, and you'll get to go through and pick your dates, your times, and that is where you fill in the information for your couple, but you also put in your travel agent information. And don't forget that you get 10% commission on destination weddings with us, okay? So we want to make sure you're doing that. If you are a wedding agent, or even book one wedding, really, we want to make sure you're registered as a wedding specialist. Again, this is the easiest way to make sure we have all of your correct contact information and you get your commission after the wedding. It usually gets paid out about 60 days post travel. Also, of course, we have our direct booking engine, which is very, very easy to use, point and click. It's going to have all of the last room availability. So we want to make sure you guys know that. Even if you're planning to book through one of our tour operator partners, and maybe you don't see the room category that they want, you can actually look and see if we have it available, because we would hate for us to lose the business to, you know, because you don't think we have the room when we do potentially have it. So check there. It is in US dollars. So what's great about that is you actually don't pay anything at time of booking. So it's zero deposit. Final payment is 14 days prior to departure. But you can go in and make payments at any time. So if you see a fluctuation on the dollar and it's in our favor and your clients want to pop in and pay for it, then you can go in and do that as well. Our cancellation penalty is typically 14 days prior, although we do have some 24 hours prior. You can cancel with full refund. So take a look. It will be in there. But the best part is you don't have to pay anything until 14 days before. I love that. And of course, it is commissionable. Your minimum commission is 12%, and these bookings are auto registered for you. So you don't even have to worry about going back in and logging it. And then, of course, for our COVID updates, we just want to make sure if you have clients that are still asking questions, wanting to know what we're doing, what's happening on property, you're going to find all of that right at the very top of the screen, including a video. But of course, keep in mind, our protocols have been very strategically put into place. Being partners with 3 international hotel brands, we are taking what Hyatt's doing, what Hilton's doing, what Wyndham's doing, and implementing those things. And the feedback has just been phenomenal with not only our guests, but we've had a number of travel agents that have gone down and stayed with us over the last 2 years and had nothing but really positive feedback on the protocols that we put into place. We're always making sure that our guests are safe and, of course, our staff as well. Now, we do, of course, for Canada, as of tomorrow, we don't really have to worry about the extended stay protection because we don't have to do the test to come back home to Canada starting tomorrow. So, but if we do have any of our US friends on the line, I know antigen testing is still required to travel back to into the US, or if we have any Canadian agents that are booking their US guests. We do, of course, include antigen testing, and we do have our extended stay protection. So if guests were to test positive for COVID prior to their arrival home, we have this protection that they can purchase at time of check-in. It's only $49 total. That's not per night. It's total, and that would protect them for up to 10 nights additional stay. So again, us Canadians don't really have to worry about that anymore starting tomorrow. But if we do have any American guests, until that's lifted and they do have to still do their testing, I would highly encourage having that extended stay protection. Now, just to remind everybody of our team, again, if we have any American friends on the line, this is our incredible US sales team. I'm not even going to try to tell you what territories they all have, what states they all cover, but it's all color-coded there for you. And they are definitely the best of the best there in the US. So I'll leave it there for 1 second. I want to take a screenshot. You will also find all of our contact information on the top when you go to Agent Cash Plus. There's a tab that says Sales Contacts, and that is going to give you everybody as well. And then here in Canada, our small but mighty team of 4. You've got Freddie Marsh, my good friend and colleague, covering Western Canada, everything Manitoba West. And then you've got the lovely Christian Rissan, who is Ottawa, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada. And then you have me, who is still covering Ontario. I get a lot of people who are reaching out as I was recently promoted in December saying, Amanda, who's our contact? Is it still you? It is still me, you guys. And it's me until I tell you otherwise. So we're not hiring anybody right now. I'm covering both. So if you're Ontario, I'm still your girl. You can't get rid of me that easily. So that's our cell phones and our email addresses. Those of you who know us know we're very responsive, always happy to help. We all come from a retail background, which I think is a really big benefit for us. So we know what's going on each and every day with you guys. So that is it for me. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dan. I know we've got a few questions that have come in, so I think we've got some time for those.
That's right. Thank you so much, Amanda. That was excellent.
Thank you.
And yeah, definitely questions have been submitted through a variety of channels here. So let's get to some of the ones that were submitted earlier on. Craig is asking, are restaurant reservations required at the Wyndham in Playa?
No, we don't require reservations. No.
That's good. Very good to know. Excellent. And Debbie is wondering, are there any programs for children under 2 for Ultra Cancun?
No, everything, all of our properties, our kids clubs start from age 4 to 12. There definitely are certain properties. The Wyndham Ultra Cancun, as I mentioned, does have a lot of facilities that are open to the younger ones, but they're not supervised programs. So it would be with their parents, unless clients wanted to arrange babysitting services. So we do have babysitters at each of our properties so that they could hire. So if they wanted to have an evening dinner on their own, or go to the spa, or just enjoy the beach for a few hours, they can definitely arrange babysitting services as well.
That's great. Oh, fantastic. And so at 1:32 p.m., Connie asked, was this Panama Jack before? I missed the first few minutes of the webinar.
It was, yes. The Wyndhams were both Wyndham, Cancun and Playa del Carmen were previously Panama Jack.
Super. Thanks, Amanda. And let's see. All right, some positive messages here in the chat box. One from Ranka saying, Amanda, this is great. You're doing an amazing job as per usual.
Aw, thanks, Ranka.
And Debbie's asking, are the beds around the pool free or is there a charge at the Hyatt Ziva Kun?
Cancun. No, most of all of our well, I shouldn't say all, almost all of our properties do have the cabana beds, and they are for additional charge. They vary depending on the property and the location of the cabana too. So we might have some by the pool, on the beach. So I would say, I don't know the pricing offhand for the Hyatt Ziva Cancun, but I would say they probably start at about $80 to $100 per day, and that's typically from 9 till 5. And again, it goes up too, because some might offer services, might offer champagne service. They might offer different food services as well. So if you have a particular property or something specific, I always recommend reaching out to your BDM, and we can also get the exact info, because it sometimes is seasonal as well. If it's low season, we'll have different promos and rates versus Christmas and New Year's, for example.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Amanda. And just a reminder to everyone that you can submit questions to either the chat or the Q&A section. Either option is fine, because we'll see them either way.
Perfect.
And Craig is asking, is there an adult pool at the new Riviera property?
There is not an adults only pool there. No. No, but honestly though, to be honest, Craig, it's pretty easy to find a spot that's not a bunch of kids. I find most of the kids are in the main pool area. Can't guarantee it, but with there being so many pools, I feel like it's pretty easy to find a quieter area.
Thanks, Amanda. Oh, and here's a question that I can answer. Lisa says, great seminar. Is this recorded? I missed part of it. Yeah, definitely, Lisa. So the entire thing was recorded, including this Q&A portion at the end. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that you guys all get the recorded version of the webinar emailed to you tomorrow. So you should get it by lunchtime tomorrow at the latest, tomorrow being April 1st.
Awesome.
And it won't be an April Fool's joke. It'll be legitimate.
I forgot all about that. I got a plan for my kids now.
Nice. Yeah, so that I'll email that to all of you guys tomorrow afternoon. And that even goes for people that were registered for this webinar but couldn't attend the live session. And Anne is asking here, are you sending the recording to all of us? Yeah, definitely, Anne, for sure. For anyone that might have signed in late, or for anyone that even had to leave early, I'll be emailing that to you guys all tomorrow, and it'll be in the form of a YouTube link, because all of these webinars get uploaded and backed up to the Baxter Media YouTube channel. And that goes for anyone that wants to subscribe to that channel as well. If you search for Baxter Media on YouTube, just look for the blue logo, the blue and black logo against the white background. And that's how you can find us on there. But I'll be emailing it to you directly tomorrow.
And I also wanted to add, if it's okay, to anybody on the line, if you are interested in setting up trainings for your office, maybe you've got other colleagues that you think would benefit, that of course you've got the recording, but if you want to do something where we reach and, touch on all properties, or you have questions, maybe just one property that keeps popping up and you just don't really feel that comfortable or confident, please reach out to your BDMs. We can always set up trainings for your team, for you individually. It's never a problem, never a bother. And we'd love the opportunity to do that with you guys.
That's so great. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, and we still have some time for, so I'll leave another minute or so just for anyone to submit any questions that they may have, any questions or comments. And yeah, and then Catherine mentioned, thanks for the recording. Yeah, no problem at all, Catherine. I'll get that to you tomorrow.
I had a full hour and I didn't use the whole thing. I don't think that ever happens.
Nice. That's great.
Yes. It's interesting when we get to really deep dive into a few properties versus, we have 20 properties now. So sometimes we have to try to present on all 20 in an hour.
That sounds challenging.
That can be tricky. So
okay, we'll just make sure we didn't miss anyone's questions that were submitted. Yeah, I do believe that's it for the submitted questions. So unless there's anything else you'd like to touch on, Amanda, I think we can wrap up the session.
No, I don't think so. Just a big, huge thank you to everybody. We know things are so busy. You guys are going crazy all over again, but at a good busy, which is good. We just appreciate all of the continued support, and stay tuned because we've got more stuff coming your way, and we're really excited about it.
Fantastic. So from all of us here at Baxter Media and from Playa Hotels and Resorts, I would like to thank everyone for attending. If you happen to miss part of today's webinar, of course, I mentioned earlier that the recording will be sent out to everyone tomorrow afternoon. So you'll get it by lunchtime tomorrow. And I'd like to give a massive thank you to Amanda Morris. Thank you so much for presenting for us today.
Oh, thank you, Dan, and thank you, Baxter. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, take care, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great afternoon.